Hello everyone, it's Christy from Christy's Beautiful Life. Welcome back to Sketches Reimagined. This is a series that Sarah Scraps does every Wednesday, and she is currently working with Creative Scrapper sketches. This particular one I think is 251. We've got some circles going on and just a nice basic sketch to follow, which I'm excited to play with. I pulled a page kit because it's been really fun. It's been fun creating them and now using them. However, when I grabbed this one of the little leaves I had sticking here got stuck on my face. So we're going to trim this photo a little so that I can take off the kind of gunk on it, because as I've mentioned over and over and over again, I print my photos and they, see, that's perfect. I print them at London Drugs. It's a very high quality place, but the finishing I get is called a matte pearl finish, and anything that sticks to it, it's there. Like, you have to be sure when you're putting something down that that's where you want it, because it's not going to come back up without ruining the photo or pulling apart and leaving some gunk there. So I'll have to figure that part out. Paper wise, you guys, I have this gorgeous, I love this piece of paper, like, I don't know, sunrise or mountains or whatever, but I love the gradient. This star paper that I think, unless I do a white background, is going to be my background. A little strip of this floral and this yellow polka dot. Embellishment wise, I've got a ton of fun chipboard. I brought in all the leaves and the flowers for this one. So I might incorporate that into the circle kind of pattern we have going on. I have a couple frames and a couple journaling cards, plus a few puffy stickers, and yeah, a couple journaling cards, another little tag, this little piece, and then more florals. So lots to play with. The photo is of my daughter when she had to go to the hospital. She had toddler elbow, but we didn't know that at the time, so this is just us waiting for her to get her final check. And this all happened right as COVID was starting, so it was a little iffy. Okay, let me get you on fast forward. Be sure to check out Sarah's layout and let's get going. All right, so the first thing I decide is that I do like the idea of the crisp white background. I feel like it's going to play off well with what I want to do. I even pulled out some punches, which is amazing for me because I don't use punches ever. I do have a couple circle punches though, so it's not like they're exciting punches, but they get the job done. I'm going to go ahead and use those and kind of incorporate a few circles into this layout along with a few florals so that it's a nice kind of balance, and it turns into this really soft layout, which is not something I normally do. Like, super soft like this is not normally my thing. It is, however, very Sarah Scraps-ish. She can do soft and elegant and all of that. She is the queen of that. So though I would say this may still not be her exact style, kind of the influence of soft is totally there, and I love that. So kind of fit into another challenge that we were working on in the Scrap With Your Stash Facebook group. It was the second challenge given, which is to like scrap lift Sarah or something like that. So I didn't really scrap lift her, but I'm doing the series with her for this month, and I kind of just took on those softer notes. So I'm going to consider that a challenge accepted and completed. So awesome. Okay, I'm going to pull in these circles. Not really sure where they're going to go. Exactly my plan. I just know I should probably get a few done. I really love this pattern paper. And so I wanted to highlight it in some way, somehow. And that way is simply going to be a little strip down at the bottom, which when you look at the sketch is where the brand for it saying Creative Scrappers is down there. I just kind of took that on. I like that. And so it's a nice grounding to the whole layout. A few of the pieces that I had in this kit I'm using as background and like a mat for my photo without an actual physical mat. So I got these frames used up, which I cannot even begin to explain to you how excited I was to use these frames because I wasn't sure they were going to make it on this layout in the right way. But in the end, I'm super happy with the way that turned out. Got that little memories banner used up, and now I'm going to work with the florals. This was a little tricky because I grabbed all the florals for this particular page kit, so I had a lot to work with, and it was almost to the point where it was a little overwhelming because you want to use them all, but they are all a little bit different. Some of them have some silver sparkles on them, some of them don't, some of them are chipboard, some of them are not. Like, so it was just a tiny bit challenging, and I just kind of kept playing, seeing what fit where, and eventually I get everything to just kind of fit into place somewhere, and then I'm happy with that. I did manage to use up the 3 puffy stickers that I had in this kit. I struggle immensely with puffy stickers. They are not my favorite thing on on the planet, but I am trying to work with them and use them. And I was really happy that I managed to get all 3 of them used up that I had. Oh, you know what? I lied. I didn't actually end up using the yellow bow. I switched that. You'll see that in a minute. But I got the other 2. I got the big floral there that I put on the top circle, and then I used that more, which I put down at the bottom. This is all kind of working well. When you look at this layout, you definitely don't think, huh, this is obviously you sitting in the emergency room waiting to see a doctor. It's not giving off that feeling. You'll have to actually read the journaling to know what's happening. But I feel like it still gives off, a peaceful vibe, because at this time, the intake nurse is actually the one that popped her elbow back into place. And so she had done that before we were even in this actual waiting room. And so Nora she was just tired by this time, but she was fine. She was peaceful. She's just kind of like, okay. And so I do feel like that vibe has been given off. And in my journaling, you'll read what's happening. I cut my frame wrong. So in order to fix that, I'm adding in this other chipboard flower to cover that up. Don't even know it's not a full frame. And I was able to use up the little excess that I had used to cut that nice little green strip that's on the right hand side of my photo. It's kind of tucked in there, kind of like where you put like the date. I had that last little journaling spot, and it was just the perfect size. Added a few more circles, a couple flowers. I'm going to title this The Wait, and that is going to do it. So really happy with how it turned out. You can see the sketch influence for sure, but it was neat to combine both the florals with the circles. And that's going to do it. Here's a look at my finished layout. I'll see you all again soon. Bye, everyone.